You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, GH fans. Belinda from Soap Dirt here. Let's talk about Drew Cain's anger at Michael Corinthos. We know there are problems ahead for Carly Spencer and her boyfriend. The anger at her son could be a catalyst for their issues and the cause of a possible future breakup. We're going to talk about what's ahead, but please subscribe if you haven't already. So on the Tuesday, January 17th episode, Carly and Drew came to the house to confront Michael. However, neither of them really believed it when Nina Reeves said Michael knew for months about the SEC report and kept the truth from them. And of course, Nina ratting out Michael put the final nail in the coffin of her relationship with Willow Tate. But, you know, Nina can't ever shut up, even when she should. So Drew and Carly left General Hospital very skeptical, but wanting to talk to Michael. So they found Michael at the Q Mansion. And, you know, they heard what they needed to hear. Before they got there, Michael had demanded his proxy votes back from Ned Quartermain. He said since the secret that he was protecting is out, he's yanking them back. He thinks Ned should lose ELQ since Michael knows he might lose Willow. Ned's upset, but agreed to give them back, and Tracy overheard and said she was proud of Michael for acting like a real Quartermain. And then Carly and Drew walked in, and they overheard enough of the conversation to realize Nina had told them the truth. And Michael, for his part, claims that speaking up wouldn't have helped anyone. He reminds Drew that he was already in prison by the time that Michael found out and said the info wouldn't have gotten him out of Pentonville or avoided anything that happened to him in there. And Michael said, you know, Sonny was so happy after marrying Nina that he just couldn't speak up and take that from him. So that made Drew Cain snap. And he told Michael, you put Sonny's happiness over and above mine and yours friendship. So Drew's just furious. And then Carly asked to talk to Michael alone. Drew storms off. Once her boyfriend's gone, we're going to see on Thursday that Michael's mom tells him that keeping secrets cause unintended consequences. She doesn't sound overly angry at Michael, not too much anyway. I'm certain that Carly is in the mind frame where she is going to assign 100% of the blame for the secret keeping to Nina. Michael's her firstborn, so she's not going to hold a grudge against him. That's not the feeling I get anyway. But Drew's another matter. He is on fire about Michael lying to them for so long. And you know who else is on fire? Ned Quartermain. He is giving back the voting shares to Michael, but he also feels very betrayed by him. And Michael's got more trouble coming on Thursday's episode. Spoilers say he braces for the impact as more fallout comes his way. But on Friday, we have Drew making a decision about Aurora Media. Last we heard, Valentine Cassadine was still the CEO of ELQ, and Michael was running Aurora Media while Drew was in prison. And of course, Crimson Magazine is under the umbrella of Aurora, and Aurora is co-owned by Drew and Jasper Jacks, if you don't remember. So the spoilers for Friday also say that Drew makes this big decision about Aurora, and I expect he might fire Michael, and I think he might actually fire Nina. We'll see. I'm sure he would like to fire Nina from Crimson, but it might really hurt Aurora because Crimson is very successful and she does a really good job running it. So instead, Drew might make a move to sell Crimson if he doesn't want to outright fire her or doesn't think he can get away with it. We'll see. I don't think he wants to look at Michael at the Aurora office, and he probably doesn't want to look at Nina either. Drew is a simmering volcano of rage right now, and this Michael thing just iced the cake. So there's also a spoiler for GH for 2024 in general that says Drew and Carly diverge on how to handle the SEC fallout. I think Drew going after Michael will be a big issue for Carly. She is about to be stuck in the middle between her son and her boyfriend. And I think Carly's okay with any punishment or revenge that Drew wants to dish out on Nina. Carly's fine with that, but not on Michael. She knows Michael was in a tough spot, and, he's not wrong about the info not helping Drew get out of prison, or it wouldn't even have helped him avoid the beating. I mean, there was nothing it could do except give him something to be angry about behind bars. So GH spoilers for next week say there is more fallout ahead for Michael. So whatever showdown he and Drew have at Aurora Media that begins on Friday could carry over onto Monday's episode. And I do wonder if Drew fires Michael without discussing it with Carly first. If so, I bet that will really bother her. I expect to see more problems cropping up for Carly and Drew in the lead up to Jason Morgan's return. Although the promo teasing his comeback showed both Carly and Sam, I think Sam's relationship with Dante is on much more solid ground than Carly's with Drew. So when I see rifts opening up between the two of them, it makes me think it's to make room for Jason. The General Hospital writers may in fact be, and I think they are, laying serious groundwork for Steve Burton's return in the storyline so he can possibly go back to the last love interest he had that's still alive. For those in the comments saying Britt might be alive somewhere, I'm going to just say no. She died in her mother's arms from the toxin the hook killer Heather Weber used to poison her victims. Kelly Tybaught's a great actress, and I loved her as Britt, but she's gone. And not gone in a way that lends itself easily to a resurrection story. Like Jason being crushed in a tunnel without a body being found, sure. Whenever there's not a corpse to be had, I am absolutely open to a comeback. Like for Anna's twisted sister Alex, like for Morgan Corinthos, just like with Jason's former comebacks, he was shot at the end of the pier, kicked into the icy water, nobody recovered. The same for when Nicholas Cassadine was presumed dead for a while. Nobody means an easy comeback. Britt's case was totally different. I do not think they'll undo it. And Kelly is off working on other projects. She has no time for General Hospital. So if you hate the idea of Carly and Jason getting together, you may want to go ahead and gird your loins, because I definitely think they are laying the groundwork for just that thing. But only time will tell. For now, I anticipate this Michael reveal drives a wedge between Carly and Drew. And of course, she'll advocate for her son and say that knowing sooner wouldn't have helped Drew, but I don't think that's going to matter to him. Yes, I am Team Carly on this. She should absolutely take her kid's side over her boyfriend's side in almost every instance, including this one. So will Michael wind up jobless? If he's fired from Aurora, will Valentine let him come back to ELQ? Valentine has control over, I think, like 50% of the stock. Tracy just got 1% to be a tiebreaker, but that's kind of all the power she has. Right now, Valentine is the primary decision maker, but also James Patrick Stewart, who plays Valentine, is out on a planned 6 months leave of absence from the ABC soap. So you never know. We may just have Michael calling him or Ned calling him, and then reporting the results of the conversation, since I don't expect we're going to see James Pastu anytime soon. Valentine may let Michael helm the ship while he's gone, but Ned will hate that, so Ned may lobby to Valentine. I also wonder if Ned might start plotting with Drew to drive Michael out of all of their family businesses. We'll see, and you can bet if they do this, Carly will be angry. Hey, please click subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely drop your comments and come back soon. As always, it's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I'm here talking General Hospital 7 days a week, so come back soon.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.